So I'm Emma, I'm 42. Eva is 9.5 and she's been training here since she was 4. Lochlan is now 6 and he's been training here since he was 4 as well. Yeah, well, they're really different actually. Eva has always been very anxious, very nervous person. She's on the SEM register, so there's various different things she's quite insecure with stuff. She's very nervous to the point when she was about 4 that she'd not even talk to family members without sort of being really nervous. And so actually the reason that we came here was to give her a bit of confidence. And it massively changed her. She's now downstairs at the minute assisting with mini strike, and she's quite happy to walk up to anybody now and talk their ears off and that kind of stuff. So for her, it's probably been had a bigger impact than Lochlan. Lochlan, I think, being a second child, has always been a bit more resilient and a bit more sort of outgoing and things like that. And he was nervous at first, but he absolutely loves it now. And yeah, I think they're two very, very different people, but I think it's helped them in various different ways. Lochlan is really bouncy and it kind of tends to discipline him a bit more, whereas Eva needed the confidence boost, and I think that's what it's given her. I think the main thing actually really isn't probably about schoolwork or anything else, it's that they know how to treat other people. So they're both actually, and I might be a little bit biased, they're both really, really kind kids. So they are the kids that will go, and if somebody started new at school, often Eva and Lochlan are the people that their teachers will pair with that person, because they know they're going to look after them all day and they're going to show them round and they're going to introduce them to their friends and that kind of thing. And so probably that's the main thing, that I'm a teacher, so they have to do their schoolwork. So that's probably not, they're resilient and things like that, but I think it's more the kindness than anything, is that actually they are really nice kids, and it's nice as a parent when teachers sort of say, I'd have a whole class full of Eva or Lochlan and they're absolutely lovely and things like that, and to me that's really important, more so than anything I think nowadays. It took a while. She initially, when she first came here, wouldn't go on the mat. I remember Keely actually saying to me, come and sit on the mat with her. So I was sat over one corner and she'd kind of come on for about 30 seconds and then come off and keep going on and off, on and off. And I think we did that for about 8 or 10 weeks, where she wouldn't talk to anybody, she wouldn't go on, she sort of would run off all the time. I'd have to keep taking her back on, and that went on for quite a while. And it was probably it was like a really gradual thing. I think maybe after about 3 months, she finally sort of would go on and stay on without me. And it's just been, obviously she's been here for what now? 5.5 years. It's just been this gradual kind of increase in her confidence that probably as a parent really badly I've kind of stopped noticing, but it's when other people meet her and they're like, oh, she'll talk to anybody, won't she? And I'm like, oh yeah, actually no, she will, and she never would before. But I think it's just the way that obviously they have to work with other people, they have to be part of a team. They like all the sparring and things as they go up to Warriors. I was thinking, oh my God, she's going to quit because she's not going to want to be hit, but actually she really likes it randomly. But I think it's that getting them to work with other people has gradually just enabled her to kind of in a safe place be fine to talk to other people, not feeling like she's going to be, I don't know, taking the mickey out of her or something else like it. I don't know. I think it's a nice environment for her to practice those communication skills that are really important. I think for Eva it's just been a gradual thing, to the point where something I thought she'd never do was turn around and say, oh Mummy, I want to help coach, because that's another level of having confidence, is being able to talk in front of other people and things like that. So yeah, I think it's just been a gradual kind of improvement in how she feels about herself more than anything, to then have the confidence to say, oh yeah, I'll talk to other people, it's fine. Yeah, and I think Lochlan very much looks up to like Jack and Brett, and I think he constantly says, I want to be a black belt like them. And I think for him, he really likes having those really positive role models of something he can aspire to. And he was the same. He wouldn't initially go on the mat. I think it took about 3 or 4 attempts to actually get him to start martial arts. But he absolutely loves it. He thinks it's brilliant, and all I hear is, well, I'm going to be a black belt, I'll be a black belt, and working out how many years it will take him and that kind of thing. So I think he does look up to what Eva's doing, but because they're so different, I think for him it's seeing people like Brett and Lewis and Jack, and he's like, I want to be like them. Half an hour piece. No, to be honest, I think for me it's more just seeing them enjoy something. We're quite a sporty family, and I like the fact that they will both rather come and train than play on a video game. And that to me is really important because, you know, I think there's so many other distractions in the world today, but actually them wanting to come and spend 45 minutes training and getting fitter and stronger is a much better outlet than other things. So.
And do you?
Yeah, I mean, like we've obviously, because we've been coming so long, like one of Eva's best friends trains here, so obviously over the years I've got to know their parents, and I guess it's nice, you know everybody, people come and have a chat and stuff, and I think it's not a horrible place to come, do you know what I mean? Like it's a nice place to come. You just like sort of, I don't know, I suppose over like the last 5 years I've just become a bit more like relaxed about kind of strolling in and knowing most people, and yeah, it's quite nice. It is just, it's quite a nice, that sounds really awful, doesn't it, like half an hour piece, but it is, it's like a bit of time I can just sit and watch them and chat to other people. And you know, when you work full time and you're a mum and all this other stuff, you don't really get a chance to do that very often, so it's quite nice. Yeah, and it's stuff like, you know, I've left all my stuff downstairs, phone, wallet, keys, everything, and I know that nobody's going to do anything with any of that stuff, and you can't do that many places anymore. You can't just leave stuff, or I know that Katie's turned around and said Charlene Emma's upstairs, so I know that somebody will watch both of my kids and they won't be allowed to leave the building or anything else because somebody will just keep a bit of an eye on them, and you know, you don't get that anywhere else really. Definitely do it, just purely because what your kids will get out of it is like unmeasurable. It's really good. So just in terms of their confidence, learning a bit of discipline, a bit of resilience, learning how to treat other people and treat themselves, I think is probably the biggest thing. And it is friendly, and it's, you know, all the kids really get on. It's actually quite nice to see as they grow up together, as they go through the classes together, like the friends that they make. And I think that's really nice, especially like outside of school. So it might not be that they don't go to school with those people, but they have like a whole other friendship group outside of school, and I think that's really nice and it's really important.